You know, for over 11 years, Little Divas balloon decorating has turned events into experiences, and celebrations have been turned into parties. Let Little Divas worry about making your event the best that it can be while you relax and enjoy it. Any event you can imagine: birthdays, anniversaries, weddings, family reunions, graduations, celebrations of life. Any event that you can possibly imagine, Little Divas can bring it to life. They specialize in balloon sculptures, cake table archways, and doorway arches. Get a hold of Little Divas right now and make your celebration, reunion, or business function one that people will never forget. Call 606-791-5616. That's 606-791-5616. Or visit them on Facebook.com/Little Diva Party Decorations and see for yourself. Of course, delivery is always available for a slight additional charge. Little Divas, it's where memories begin.
following is a production of Sloan Studios.
I'm Dave Newsom, and I'm listening to these Mountain Mysteries.
Hi, I'm Angie Howard, and I'm listening to the Mountain Mysteries.
Hi, my name's Jessica Preston. I'm from Prestonsburg, and I'm listening to the Mountain Mysteries.
Hey, this is Stacia Underwood Gullett, and we're listening to the Mountain Mysteries here in Lexington, Kentucky. We wouldn't miss it. It's our favorite show.
This is Amanda Collins from Prestonsburg, and I'm listening to the Mountain Mysteries.
I'm Josh Preston, and I'm listening to the Mountain Mysteries.
Hey, this is Lloyd Gullett with 606 Paranormal. We are listening to the Mountain Mysteries in Lexington, Kentucky. Take it away, Chris.
You know the podcast. Now it's time for the Mountain Mysteries gatherings.
I will be the last to fall. I won't shed a tear for them to see. I won't have your name to call, 'cause I will be the last to fall.
Over 24% of the 1.9 billion square acres in America alone, the mountains that so many people call home, also play host to some of the most staggering mysteries in the world. The missing,
she said, and everything was black, and she said, I knew I wasn't there anymore.
The murdered.
And they just pulled the sheet down. And when they pulled the sheet down, I stood there still numb.
2 days. He went missing on June the 8th, and they found him at 10. On the 10th at 7:40, they brought him up from the water.
Strange creatures, unexplained lights and sightings. These are the Mountain Mysteries gatherings. Now, your host, Chris Sloan.
Lost. It's a very short word with a very big meaning. It seems like everywhere that we look these days, we find people that are lost. Maybe it's out of hurt, maybe it's out of pain, maybe it's out of something, but a lot of people are lost. They can't seem to find their way. I mention this because I look on social media often. I don't really get involved in saying anything or this or that or the other. That's what this is for. That's what this platform is for. Hopefully, these people will watch this and maybe get something good out of it. That's what I want. People have a tendency to think that they're not nearly enough, or that they try and they try and they try. And right now I'm talking about interpersonal relationships. A couple of things that I've learned that may help, and this is just based on my experience. Again, let me say that I'm not a counselor. I'm not a psychologist. But we have two different things on the first part. One is independence, and then we have interdependence. Independence is when you get to a point in your life that you don't really have to necessarily rely on anyone. Well, not in the sense that, I've got to have them or I'm going to fall over. Independence should always come before interdependence. Interdependence is when you're in a relationship and you depend on that other person. I've heard it said, and this is so true. Look, I don't need you. I don't have to have you in my life. but I want you in my life. You should be able to live a life, single, whatever, and be completely happy. And that other person that comes into your life lends or adds to that happiness. I've also heard it said, oh, relationships are 50-50. Bullshit. They're 100-100. 100% on both parts all the time. That's how that works. Now, the other part of this is some people think, well, no matter how hard I try, I don't seem to be good enough because they keep leaving, or this person does this, or this person does that. You could have the most beautiful shoe in the world, and if it doesn't fit your foot, then it's not for you. You are enough for the right person. You're more than enough for the right person. I'm about to bring on a dear friend. We have worked diligently on the Mountain Mysteries gatherings to improve video quality. You're going to see a lot of new things happening. Told you guys a while back where we're going with this. It's going to a video thing. It's going to a video platform, at least the gatherings. And we're going to have some pretty snazzy stuff along the way. Let me reintroduce, with a new high-def camera, sound system, and all this crap, and she looks absolutely stunning, the founder and the leader of 606 Paranormal, but more importantly to me than that, she is one of my closest and best friends. I love her dearly. Stacia Underwood Gullett. Stace.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, look at you. Big high def
Village Johnny.
Look at the dolls behind you. And I love the spirit box with Poe and the Raven.
Got the spirit box cranked up tonight. We're ready to go.
How have you been, dear?
Good. How about you?
I have been great. I've been hanging in there like a hare in a biscuit, and I pray nobody was eating a biscuit right then. Have you heard episode 66 of the Mountain Mysteries? What do you think about it?
I loved it.
This one deals with dreams. And I'm going to bring up something, and you and I talked shortly before about this, and I really am intrigued. It's not just the fact, I think that everybody dreams, even if we don't remember it. Experts say that we dream between 3 to 6 times a night, and normally they're anywhere from 5 to 20 minutes. And it can really hit us. I've always thought that REM sleep, rapid eye movement, was when it hit hardest, but they said it can hit any time before that and during that. And have you ever been right there at that point where you're falling asleep and all of a sudden your body just jerk? Yeah, that's your
falling down the steps.
Well, basically what your mind is doing in that is trying to keep you awake, because your mind is thinking, wait a minute, you're not something's wrong. And it sends that shock signal. And you'll learn more about that in this episode. It's episode 66. It drops it. You'll have it tomorrow morning on your way to work or at work. We really appreciate everybody listening. And I cannot say enough to welcome in everybody. Our Facebook, the Mountain Mysteries Gatherings, the Mountain Mysteries, and the Mountain Mysteries family has exploded. Guys, I love you all. Thank you so much for that.
Yes.
I'm humbled by it. I remember some time back when I did the very first live video. It was a freaking train wreck because I used another platform, and really they couldn't stick their finger in their you-know-what with a roadmap. They had no idea what was going on, apparently, because it couldn't stay connected, constantly freezing up. And then I found these guys. They're a little more expensive, but you know what? It's worth it. Because if you notice at the beginning, our opening sequence, we have these pictures of the people, and it's not a quarter of the people that we've done episodes about or talked about, but these are some of the ones that stand out most to me. April, Dwayne, and the Mothman. And again, the Mothman wasn't so much about the cryptid as about the people who died on the Silver Bridge in Point Pleasant, West Virginia in December of 66, I believe it was. Over 40 people. But I remember talking to April's mom, And I got to give props. I was going to do this a couple of times and say, well, it's to promote the video. And she said, well, I got a feeling that April would really want you to do this. And it's grown into something. And, I was sitting today thinking about it as I was doing prep for tonight. And the number of people that have messaged us and told us, Stace, they've messaged Amanda, they've messaged me about how much it's helped them. And I remember vividly saying, if we can help one person, then we've done something.
Yeah.
And I think that we've maybe done a little bit more than that, but that's not me. That's God. When you ask God, work through me, that's fine. Use me for your will. Things happen. And they may not be in your time, but they will happen. And I am an impatient person. I know that. But this thing has taken on a life of its own, and I'm very proud to be a part of the team. And notice I say team. There's 4 of us that make the thing come together, stick, and work. And that is, you're looking at her, Stacy, Stacy's husband, Lloyd, and our researcher, Amanda, who works diligently to bring ideas and stories. And she kind of keeps me going, what? And then when I sit back and think about it, it's a different point of view. And I have learned that I can be very closed-minded and not get anything done. And it's the same old stuff every time. Or I can listen to other people. And going on the advice of Steve Jobs is, I don't hire smart people to tell them what to do. I hire smart people to tell me what to do. And just so you know, these guys are doing this because they love you guys. They love helping people. Ain't nobody getting rich off this. That's okay. But there is going to come a point when this thing goes out there. You're going to see that young lady right there do what she does best. Connect. And bring forth peace, hopefully, peace to families. And this is not going to be a Zach Bagans thing. All respect to Zach, but I'm not Zach. Stacy's not. We approach things completely different. We believe that spirits are human beings who are simply not in this realm of life anymore. And it's shockingly amazing how little we know about the next realm or beyond the veil, beyond the curtain, whatever you want to call it. But I do think that dreams are a way that they do come and communicate with us. Now I'm going to share an experience I had with you. Stace, I told you about it when it happened. What was this, about maybe a month ago? Something like that, Rev? Everybody knows in February I lost. He was not like my brother. He was my brother. And everybody around knew how close we were. Our clique, our bunch, the guys that rode with us, the guys that we were friends with. And, you don't have to ride a motorcycle to be a buddy of mine. I don't care if you ride or not. But if you do, I hope that one day you'd ride with me. And I don't care what it is that you ride. It makes no difference to me. But at any rate, Trevor and I guess a friend of ours put it best, Maverick and Goose. I'm trying not to get emotional. But anyways, I'm like, okay, well, I got the word one day. I was at work. I was at the studios of QHY. And a mutual friend of ours named Scott. His road name's Weasel. We call him Weasel. Well, he was before I met him. But I love him to death. He's just a great guy. And he had called me and dropped the news. And like anybody else would be, I'd be like, no, it's somebody else. It's somebody else. No, I just talked to him yesterday. It wasn't. Took me a long time to accept that. Time goes on, and one night I fall asleep. I doze off, and apparently I must have been pretty tired. But at some point, I see him, and he's surrounded with this blue light. And he simply looks at me, and he smiles, and he cocks his head down, which was very Trevor-esque. And he said, bro, I'm okay. Quit worrying. And I remember saying, how can I not? And he just did one day. One day you'll see me again. At least I assume that's what he meant, because all he really said in that dream was one day. That is what encouraged, inspired, whatever, for me to do an episode on dreams, because I don't think I'm the only one that has had that happen. Stace, you were telling me about an incident or about a couple of dreams that you had. Please elaborate.
I have had very vivid dreams since I was a child. This is just something that I'm used to it. Lloyd's used to it. He knows when I'm up, or if I'm talking, he knows something's going on. It occurs all the time. And I remember this one really, really, it's very significant. I had just went to sleep. Probably hadn't been asleep an hour maybe. And the reason I know this is because I woke right up after this happened. These two angels came down and got me from the bed. One got me under this arm and one got me under this arm. And they looked at me, and I knew what they were saying because they didn't have to have words to communicate with me. It was just, and they were like, trust me, I have to show you something. And I said, okay, I'm ready. They pulled me straight up and went straight through the roof of the house, straight up to the sky. And all of a sudden I was looking like down in the clouds, but I wasn't afraid. And I'm deathly afraid of heights. And in what seemed to be 2 seconds flat, we were gone, probably 1,000 miles. They stopped and lowered me down back underneath the clouds. And they said, they took their hand and look, this is what the world is coming to. And I looked down, and even though I was up so far, I could see really clearly all of these thousands of people, like everywhere. I could see all of these little wooden houses that they had built. They were building everything by hand. They were pushing wheelbarrows. They were all in like dark black, like just button up and pants, and the women had like dark black dresses on and bonnets and things like that. And everybody was just in like that same color outfit, just working. Some were hammering this way. Some were, carrying fruit. Some were, everybody was working in this one little area. And then you just look out, and as far as you can see, it's these little homes and things and all these people. No electricity, no gadgets, nothing. This is what the world is coming to. They had fires built. They were cooking on the fires. And I understood immediately. I knew. You know how you just, And I got it.
It almost sounds, and you mentioned this earlier, like an Amish kind of community.
Yeah. This is what the world is coming to.
Well, I think that we can equate. Look, when I grew up, I was born in 1971. I was raised in the late 1970s and the 1980s. We didn't have cell phones. We had one toy. It was called outside.
Yep.
That's what we did. We went outside. And there was no trash talking behind the damn keyboard. If you wanted to trash somebody, you got up in their face. And you either took an ass whooping or you gave one. Or you resolved your differences some other way. That's how it was. There was no safe spaces. Now, I'm going to be quite honest with you. I don't believe in safe spaces. Because here's what's happening. You get a safe space. Well, I'm going to go here and I'm going to... The world doesn't give a rat's ass about your safe space. The real world will come down on you like the Holy Spirit. It will rain down on you. And you will see real quick that the world itself is a mean, nasty place. To quote Sylvester Stallone and Rocky Balboa, the world is a mean, nasty place. It will beat you to your knees and keep you there if you let it. And he's right. Does that mean that there's no good in the world? Didn't say that. There is good in the world. If there wasn't, this dog and pony show would done been over. But when we grew up, we didn't have these things. We didn't have iPhones. We didn't have I mean, if you had a computer, you were considered a geek. And, which, I mean, the friends I hung around with back then, if they had computers, I didn't think they were a geek. I thought they were kind of cool, kind of lucky.
Yeah.
Because I had just had this in my feeling. You know, how many times was Steve Jobs called a geek or a loser
Oh,
or
yeah.
whatever? A lot. Bill Gates, too.
Yeah.
And look how many people work for them. And to this day, Steve has been gone for some years, and people still working for him. Apple products. Maybe you've heard of it. Yeah, that's just in case somebody didn't know who Steve Jobs was. But Steve, out of the two, I always elected to have this huge respect for Steve because he thought outside of the box. See, the people that think that they can change the world are often the ones that do. The people that say, forget the status quo, forget what everybody else is doing. I ain't worried about that. I'm worried about what can we do. Those are the people that change the world. I think Steve's biggest problem, according to he himself, was the fact that he didn't put enough emphasis on family and enough emphasis on spending time with people and developing those relationships. As he was passing, as he was dying, he died of pancreatic cancer. As he was dying, he said that was the thing he regretted most. And you know what his last words were? And I quote, "Wow. Oh, wow." What did he say? I guess we'll find out one day. And again, to quote Stephen King, we all owe one death. There is no denying that. That is the price of this life. The Green Mile. Somewhere in there. So, I do think that they communicate with us in dreams. Episode 66. It drops, like I said, you'll have it tomorrow morning. It seems like Apple is getting especially slow about picking it up. But yeah, it should be there for you in the morning. And I do hope that you'll like it. Give us a 5-star review and give us some ratings. You know, we still, people that give the ratings, if you're just now joining in, or not the ratings, but the reviews. We're looking at the reviews, and come the last Thursday of November, we're going to give away some gift cards to Amazon, Walmart, something like that. Like 3 $100 gift cards. And just leave a review. And it can be on Apple. It can be wherever. I think that you can do it on Spotify too. Leave reviews wherever and leave us a rating. And hopefully it'll be a 5-star. But I'm telling you right now, I'm starting to wonder if the gatherings aren't going to take over the whole thing. And what I mean by that is, it's got a reach on it. And I'm tickled to see that, because we don't just talk about the episodes, as you're getting ready to find out, but we also do a thing that we are now calling the portal, or I think the portals, whatever. But this is where we actually open up and invite spirits of love and light to come through and communicate. As you see on Stacy's name badge on the bottom of the screen, it says Stacia at 606 Paranormal. 606 Paranormal is a paranormal investigation group. And I'm going to try to sum this up, and you correct me anywhere you want to, dear. They're dedicated to truth and to helping people. Is that a good way of saying it?
Yeah.
And if you've got something, and then here's the thing now, Stace doesn't pull any bones. If I call her up, "Hey, I think I was haunted," and Stace shows up and I got a water pipe loose, guess what she's going to tell me? "You got a water pipe loose. Fix it, dork." Well, she would tell me that. She may not say it that way to you, but she'd say, "Fix it. You got a water pipe loose, honey." But if you've really got something going on, the first step into getting resolving your issues is to find out that there is an issue. And so many times when these spirits come to us, they are either wanting to communicate either maybe some instruction, they had unfinished business, or maybe they're just trying to tell you, "I'm okay. Stop your worrying. Try to find peace. You need to find some peace. Accept this and move on with your life. Don't spend your life thinking about me being gone. But you also have to admit that spirits that move on, sometimes they would just want that acknowledgement that they're not forgotten. I mean, Stace, how would you feel if people just forgot about you?
You would be heartbroken, I think, especially when you have to leave this world, the ones that you love the most, and go it alone, as we all have to do.
The best thing I could hope for, I think, for myself, is when I go, that I have people around me that love me and that they'll miss me, but they'll go on.
Yeah.
It's, I remember talking about mom's final wishes to mom some months before she passed. And I said, "Are you sure that you want to do it this way?" And she said, "Yeah." She said, "Honey, that ain't going to be me there." She said, "I'll be elsewhere." She said, "I'll be with God." And I just found that, especially after what happened, I found that so profound. Big announcement I'd like to make. And as a matter of fact, I'm kind of thinking that I'm going to let this make it. And then when we come back, we'll have the portal. Are you ready for it, Stace?
I'm ready.
All right. But here's our big announcement, ladies and gentlemen. Check it out. So October the 27th at 9:05. It's not going to be about a Mountain Mysteries episode. It's going to be strictly this, and we're working on getting some guests to come on, both victims of hauntings and the paranormal investigators who have helped with them. And chief among them is the lady that you're looking at right there. Stace, I call her Stace. It's Stace Underwood Gullet. And Stace, you have made a big deal about especially helping children who are suffering from something that nobody can seem to explain.
Yes. For about 10 years, I've been working with strictly children and some elderly, but it's mostly children. It's become my specialty, I guess you could say now.
I see that Poe and the Raven back there are operating.
You see it's going off. It's been doing this for the past 2 hours.
I think this time of year, too, I mean, granted, today's September 15th, but we get closer to October and we get into the fall, that equinox. That seems to be when the veil becomes thinnest.
You're right.
Which allows spirit communication and a lot of other things. And as you can see in the background, I've got a small white candle burning. Because I had somebody ask, "Aren't you afraid that these things will come in and, And I said, that's always a risk. I said, but we say prayers of protection for love and light, and that's what we're getting ready to do before we start this off. And I said, as powerful as spirits can be, there's nothing more powerful than God. He is the end all be all. All he's got to do is, and boom. But we try to find answers and we try to bring peace. That's why we do this. So, Stace, if you want to say a quick prayer for us to keep us all safe, we'll go forward.
I also want to add in there, I always keep a protection ring around everybody here, but nothing ever comes into our office or our platform, anything here, except for love and light.
Right. Agreed.
And if there's somebody that you are wanting to connect with, think about that person tonight. When you connect with them, then I can connect with you. And a lot of times we can hear something. But yes. I like to ask God to bless us all and protect us.
Amen.
Amen.
Let us roll with it.
Rest. Husband. Witness. Join.
Ovulus is going off tonight.
Open. Before. Scared. Crazy. Surgeon. Shade.
I'm going to leave the Ovulus going.
Wide.
Because earlier it said the name Aaron.
Okay.
Aaron. Does anybody want to talk to us tonight? Here we go. Is there anybody here that in the chat that you want to connect with? Or can you give me a name? Maybe I can see that they get your message. I think I recognize you from before. Can you tell me your name? Amir? My name is something.
I'm hearing that music again, too.
Yep, that's that same one that's got the music that comes through every time he talks.
Yeah.
How about, can one of you come through for me? I promise I'll give you a chance to talk. Said somebody saw a ghost. Will the person with the music coming through, will you tell me what your name is? What? Oliver? Oliver, can you come through and talk to me?
Advantage.
Ollie.
Beware.
He said, I haven't crossed. My wife. Do you have a message for your wife? I'm home. Tell her not to look for me there. I'll let her know that. Can you tell me where you are? He said the last thing I saw was the ground.
Story.
And I saw God. Can everybody please just let Ollie talk for a minute, please? He's trying to tell me a story. Can you tell me what happened to you? He said, I saw a ghost. That one did. Something I saw his face. Whose face did you see? Said he tried to fight.
Sheila Smith says she has a cousin named Ollie.
Said they tried to fight and then something happened. Or they tried to fight. And they cried, help, help. Someone says,
Whoa.
did you hear that?
Hospital.
No, it was just the previous comment.
The Ovulus at hospital.
She was
Short.
I had a cousin named Ollie who was unlocked.
Light. Dark. Love. Reflection. End. Clue. Male. Support. She is love. Talk.
She is love.
Touch. Search. Brothers always.
Brothers always.
Oh my God.
Dark. Nice. Burn.
Okay, I have dick chills.
Believe.
Well,
can you tell me who you are?
Army. Beautiful. Reveal.
Can you tell me your
Impress.
name? That brothers always.
Battle. Consequence.
I just got a cold chill.
I told you.
Leg.
Hurry. Unhappy. End. Deep. Girl.
In deep. Over a girl.
Big.
Wow.
Now
to dad.
What was that? What's that?
Old. Replace. Fail.
the Ovulus has just taken over, and I'm not going to stop it. Not now.
Near.
Do you remember the opening? Not this one, but the last one.
Feel.
It had a picture of a police officer on there.
Destroy.
In memory of
Music.
FCSO 212 Ollie Little.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He's a police officer. They're brothers.
Emotion.
First responders are brothers and sisters. They're family.
Disease.
I mean, I
Sure.
don't know that that's him, but it sure does.
Hell. Blue.
Disease.
Help. Blue.
Blue.
Anger.
Brothers in Blue.
Leave. Place. Steal. Bath. Purpose. Spring. Respond. Conflict. Dark. Murder under bridge.
What?
Muriel Baldridge.
History.
Ollie was a fan of the Mountain Mysteries. He used to love listening to it. And one of the first 5 episodes I did, number 4, was Muriel Baldridge. She was murdered where, Stace?
Lesson.
By the bridge.
Peace.
Right under the bridge.
Yep.
Yellow. Consequence. Smile.
Oh, Lord.
Mother. Jealous. Black. Year. Near.
Can you come back to us and talk to us if that's really you?
Dark.
Can you say something so that we'll know it's you? Let me put it to you like that.
Photo.
Just for anybody
Tradition.
who may want to know. Just to prove this.
Talk.
Tell me something so we'll know it's you.
Air. Decision. Stick. Tough. Devil. Stop. Support. Sad. Blue. Secret. Promise. Regret. White. Dare.
You know, one of the things that we used to talk about all the time was Ollie Smile. Now I want you to look up there in this corner of your screen.
Small. Look.
Ollie always had a smile.
Oh.
Ready.
He's one of the best men I ever met.
Fake. Leave. Sport. Steal. Birthday. Spirit. Inevitable. Wrong. Present. Cause. Wait. Close.
Okay, I'm getting ready to turn the spirit box back on and open up the portal. You give us a sign
Attack.
that you're who you say you are, maybe?
Hang.
I don't know what I'm asking here.
Side. Destroyed.
Say something that Chris would understand or recognize.
Ollie, if it's you, say something that I'd know.
Feeling. Grandmother. Beat. Vehicle.
Did he just say B?
Yeah. Grandmother B.
Support. Sibling. Yellow. Office. Give. Huge. Reward. Hurry. Weird. Beat. Sun.
B.
Negative. Decide. Orange. Cash. Sit. Eat. Begin. Walk.
She will want to
Watch.
ask him if that's the officer.
Maybe.
Yes.
Hate. Injury. Confusion. Save. Adult.
Can you give me one more sign?
Top. Beautiful. Pull. Idea. Walk. Photo. Rain. Love. Priest. Intention. Control. Cry. Holiday. Nasty. Month. Lead. Purpose.
Lead.
Boat.
He had purpose.
Location. Home. Animal. Brown.
This thing is going crazy. It's got so much going in that it's there's probably 2 or 3.
His uniform was a khaki. It was like a brown. His class A's.
Died.
Did you hear that?
Refuse.
Love you all.
That was Ollie.
Daughter.
You know, he could arrest somebody, and by the time they got him to jail, they loved him.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a great cop. He was a great first responder, a great paramedic. The man was just an incredible human being, period. Hospital. Yeah.
Leader. Low. Suggest.
Yeah, you were.
Son.
Did you hear that? Sloan.
Force.
SLONE.
Push. Walk. Head. Arm. Important. Roll.
I gotta get my phone and take a picture of this before it goes away.
Funeral.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you
I
for
love you,
that.
brother.
I love validation. I love it.
That was him. Didn't expect that.
Does anybody else want to come through for anybody that's here in the chat room? Anybody that's here all the time looking for them? You know, we have so many family members here that want to hear from you all. If you can come through and say something so that we'll know it's you, will you please do that for us? I'm going to send this to Chris right now.
Go ahead and show everybody.
All right.
So he actually called me by name. Yep, there it is.
See it?
Yep, yep.
I took a picture of it.
And that's what he called me a lot of times. It's what a lot of people.
Wow.
Touch. Nurse.
Does anybody else want to come through for anybody else that's here?
Secret.
Now's the time to do it while we're listening to you. Can you do it for me?
Decision. Power.
I love to hear from my dad.
Brother. Wait. Own. Pain. Hang. Force. School.
I'm still in shock.
Line.
I'm not.
Rain.
Ollie knew. Ollie would come. Yeah.
Love Chris.
Holy crap.
Music.
I love you too, brother. 2 days before he died, I sent him a text, told him I loved him. He was in the hospital.
Take a picture. Take a picture of that. Oh, wow.
Green. Smoke. Crash.
I'm shaking.
Love Chris. I love you too, brother.
That's crazy.
I remember walking out of that apartment that day, trying to help his family get ready to gather things up. And I was so weak that another officer named Justin he had to point me to the side and talk to me. He was, he was in his cruiser, and he said, "Man," he said, "Ollie wouldn't want you like this." He said, "You know what he'd want? He'd want you to smile." Yeah.
Calm.
Calm.
Yeah.
Present. Wow. Purpose.
Does anybody else want to come through? Or you're
Price.
welcome to stay with us the whole time.
Senior.
Ollie, you're welcome here anytime, all the time.
Pond. Listen. Discuss. City. Shame.
Is there anybody else here?
Brown.
I need you to come through all the rest of the voices that are making these go off and give me a
Birth.
name. Tell me what's going
Stream.
on. Tell me
Disaster.
somebody you want to speak
Large.
with.
Worried.
Because I'm getting ready to turn the portal back on.
Presence.
I'm going to leave this on, though, so we
I
can
heard a
record
name of
everything.
Shane come through.
Yeah.
And people out there in the chat room, if there's, like I said, just think about who it is that you want to connect with.
Enter. Thanks.
Enter and thanks.
She. Hand. Bad. Conflict. Steal. Dead.
Can you come through and give us a sign that you're here with us?
Brothers always.
What?
Poison.
Brothers always.
Brothers always.
Always, brother.
Poetry. Run. Kill. Value. Tired. Late murder.
Whoa.
Say.
Oh my God.
Low.
Wait, look here. It says Dwayne,
Both.
tell Aunt Cora something, and then it says Lakeport. Oh my.
Quit.
Don't quit.
Don't quit.
Don't quit, Lovelace family.
Come.
It was a murder.
Struggle. Cause. Dog. Lack. Lead. Shoot. Own.
Can you all please stand back and let the ones that are trying to come through to talk to the family members come up and have a chance? And then I promise I will, if I have to sit here all night, you will all get a voice.
Map. Progress. Crime. Airport. Reputation. Month.
Can you all please step
Measure.
back?
Senior. Medicine. Hurting. Night. Sad. Possible. Run. In the light.
In the light.
Road.
In the light.
Peaceful. Remember.
He's in the light and peaceful.
Comfortable.
Remember that.
Smoke. Risk.
Somebody that's smoking and trying to quit, better quit.
Toe. Reading. Important. Schedule. Solve.
Solve.
Green. Confusion. Present.
God, there's so much. The activity here is crazy.
Father. Sleep. Doubt. Refuse. Hard. Complain. Mind. Contact.
Does anybody else have a message for Chris or for anybody that's in the
Say.
chat room?
Tavia. Work.
Did she say Octavia?
Tavia.
Song.
Octavia.
Negative. Late murder.
Oh my
Died.
God. That's
Sign.
twice.
Yep, that's twice.
Dwayne.
Laugh.
or somebody who's trying to come through for Dwayne, can you please give me a
Positive.
sign that it's you?
Welcome.
I know I'm asking
Weird.
a lot tonight,
Watch.
but we've sit here and watched some miracles.
Yellow. Nasty. Here.
Are you here?
Air. Inevitable. Sorry. Secure. Disease. Stroke. After. Back.
Anybody else come through?
Like.
We're all
Dumb.
here for you.
Young. High. Guess. Hair. Business. Weird. History. Love. Appointment. Pause. Promise. Plan. Mother.
Do you have a message for your mother?
Male. Past. Kill. Knee.
Were you killed?
Stomach. Word. Daughter. Ask. Protect. Crazy. Education. Analysis. Year. Poetry. Appointment. White. Strong. Schedule. Number. True. Discuss. Hurry. Bottom. Freezing. Letter.
Yeah.
Month.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Aaron
That's
here.
ridiculous. What?
Stay.
What was that? I missed it.
I'll take a picture of it. Hang on.
Save.
Said Aaron here.
Accident. Reputation. Desire.
Is your name Aaron?
Machine. Charity. Early.
Are you a male or a female?
Surprise. Poem. Lip. Poison.
Can anybody else come through and tell me your name or tell me who you're here for?
Save. Wolf.
Wolf.
This is crazy.
Nasty.
I just got chills
Support.
again.
Hurry.
I told you.
Solve. Illegal.
Crazy tonight.
Care. Say. Broken. Open.
Can you give me your name?
Work. School. Church. Blame. Possible. Early. Safe. Candy dead.
Oh, Candy dead. Well, this just doesn't stop.
Wood.
Woods.
What?
Whoever this spirit guide is that's telling us all of these, giving us all this information, I just want to say thank you so much.
We are so appreciative. And please let Ollie and all of them know that we love them.
Please.
Funny. Wrong. Secret. Prepare. Pay. Sick. Hannah.
Hannah.
Wow.
She's there.
Awake.
There you go, Bobby. Bobby just said I have a huge decision I have to make, and I wish that Hannah would come through.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Whoa, get chills again.
How about that? She asked for it to come through, and she did. Boy, I'll tell you.
Message.
She has a message.
Love you all.
Oh
Short.
my
Nervous.
God.
Angry.
For the people that are watching that don't know what's going on, for the ovulus to actually come forward and make a complete sentence, the chances are 1,000,000 to 1. It may spit out words, but the words it's spitting out are intelligent responses that correlate to people that we know. And I mean, I've been daughter.
Wow.
This is
Strike.
Does anybody else want to come through? You really got my attention.
Mine too.
You've got all my energy. You've got my time. Can you? I can't ask because they're coming through. Thank you for acknowledging these loved ones that have been dying to hear from you. Thank you. Thank you for allowing us to do this for you.
Hurry. Dwayne. Here.
Yes.
Analyst.
Did you hear that?
clear as a bell. What's the chances?
I wish you could feel my heart. You could probably see it bouncing through my sweatshirt. Yes.
Here. Cora said, "Tell us you love us, Dwayne," and then it said Dwayne. Wow. This is wow.
I've never seen anything like it. You know, when you turn it over to God, this
Conflict. Opposite. Home. Shoot.
Anybody else want to come through for us tonight? Or Spirit God, is there any more names of anybody who wants to send a message? I can picture you standing there. And we really appreciate you doing this for everybody.
in the chat, Jacob asks about his granddad Bill or Mama Sharon. I cannot believe. I can't believe this. Like you said, Stace, it's all about love and connection.
I tell you, when I feel it, you know it.
My heart's pounding.
My heart's about to pound out of my chest because I just don't know what it's going to say next, and it's just like. I had to take a minute there and read the chat messages and make sure that Bobby was here. Who knew? Sounds like I said Phelps almost. He said he acted like he was helping me.
Shame. Kind. Help. Audience.
It said Shane on there too.
Energy.
It also said audio.
Audience.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a message for somebody in our audience?
See, this is Shane.
Here we go. He's the law. Something about her mom, and that fits her. Do you have a message for anybody here with us?
Time.
Milker's asking like who.
What now?
Milker was asking about who took his life.
Said something about that man. He said something. Let's go through this, Mom.
Michelle Elliott, she's missing the husband's sweetheart who was killed 30 years ago in the car.
What was his name?
Teach. Opposite.
Nom. Said he threw him away. Somebody else said nom. What is it?
Well, let me,
You have another question?
oh, Kevin.
Okay.
Yes, this is
Said something about I was standing there. You put it all on me.
Near. Tavia.
well, it's
Love and light and spirit.
Yellow.
Something that's been received. I'm with Ed. Can you tell me your name? I died. I'm so sorry that happened to you. Can you give me your name?
Medical.
And it's true. Ollie. It's the same one coming through. Does anybody else want to come through and speak with us? Okay, well, that one's going to have to go. Love a lot. All love. Yes, it's all about love and connection. And mysteries. Spirits need this. She's hushing whoever else is in there with her up. She said, and you hush up. There's like two old ladies, and then there's a male, and they're telling him to hush up.
Run.
Probably my grandmother, my mom, and my dad.
Contact. Beyond. Past.
Contact beyond.
Hurting.
I'm not hurting. No. It's like it said love Anita. Love Anita.
Recover.
Is there anybody in the chat room that you want to ask them what?
Says, are you with your Uncle Bobby today? Listen if one is with Uncle Bobby.
We are. He is. Hush your mouth.
Understand.
Somebody was a fool for letting somebody go.
Sheila Smith wants to know if her mom and sister are together again.
Can you tell me what your name is? Is your name Eva? You know, that does sound like Brooke's grandmother. It really does.
Robin Cox was like her ex-fiance 7 months ago.
Sound like Elaine something. Eva, is that Elaine with you? Does anybody else want to come through and talk?
Save.
Her sister was alone.
Well, it said Elaine. E-name for sure. It was Elaine. Sit and listen to music. Do you have a message for somebody that's in our chat room? It's my girl. Yep. What's her name? Can you tell me? And I'll let her know your message. Can you tell me what your first name?
Imagine.
My R name. I'm gonna say like I'm Rod or I'm something like that.
Stay.
Okay. Does anybody else want to come through and talk with us tonight? Go right ahead. Can you tell me what your name is? Something about you're so fine.
Thanks.
Ma'am, you're so fine. Can you tell me who you're looking to speak with? Bill? Is your name Bill? Something for my sister, maybe. My little sister. Bill, is that your name? The portal's open if anybody else wants to come through in love and light. Gosh, that's crazy.
Impress.
Sure,
Some.
Bill is my son's papa's name.
Negative. Peaceful.
Can you tell me your name or who you want to speak with? Tell them about something. Can you see us? This and that. Anybody else want to speak to us? We will listen. Said you must listen. Who's your message for? I've heard this one before. He came through a couple of times before trying to. Can you tell me what your name is? He's the real deal. And then something. Is there somebody in the chat you want to speak to?
Accident. Church. Religious.
Were you religious?
You know, it's funny because the other night I was watching the documentary on the Carrollton bus crash, which was a church bus coming back from Kings Island. It happened in 1988, I think. She sounds familiar.
Something shoved me. Did somebody shove you? Washed away stuff I had on me.
I heard that wash.
My hair. And carried my body. Where did they carry you to?
Was she carried by
Tell us.
someone or something? Maybe flooding,
Yeah.
floodwaters.
Give us the name of somebody that was responsible for something that happened to you, maybe? I heard that name and then hurt so much.
I am getting a mind expansion headache.
Oh my God, my head is bursting. Bursting.
Crash.
Well, you have to think in more than one dimension when they're talking to you, and I'm learning that it can't
Welcome.
It can't just be to fit your theory. It has to be what they're saying.
Welcome. I need you. Not a very proud moment. I wish I knew that it was
Can we
the
get her?
last.
Can we get her name?
Can you tell me a name? Give me a name of somebody you want to speak to. Give me your name.
Recommend. Tired. Office.
Carried
Can you
away.
tell me your name?
Water.
Touch.
Something in the river, but yeah. And I didn't feel it.
Mural murder.
Real murder. Can you tell me your name, please? Something and ran with it. Choked me. The EMF's going off, and it's also going off on the movement over here. Do you have a message for anybody with us right now? Love, lift your head. Love, lift your heads. The spirits, they are something. It's not much else. What?
Choice.
Yeah. Hi.
Truth.
I mean, You notice with this voice, it always it tries to talk so much, and then it's just like it's just so tired.
Yeah. It takes a lot of energy for them to communicate. A lot.
Yeah, I'm down for 2 days after this.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming through and talking to us.
Cause.
Okay.
Somebody just pushed her away and said, "Here."
Yes, we did.
Sound like here.
Yeah.
I was just trying to see if you were something.
Mildred said that Dwayne can have her energy too.
Yes.
Wedding.
Sheila Smith said it said car crash. My sister Kim was in a wreck, and that's how she passed.
Let me tell you something, folks. The reason why we're getting all these readings and all of this is because of you all and your connections and you guys doing what we asked you to do by sitting there concentrating. And, just if it's even just
make a connection, share a memory.
It helps.
Think of a memory.
It helps.
Yeah.
Fear.
Love you, Nanny.
Wow.
Reward.
Mildred dinner.
Yes. Hang on. I'll get it.
Positive. Guide. Marriage. Save. Appear.
I knew this Ovilus was good to incorporate into our
It's been incredible.
Grandmother.
Oh.
Grandmother.
Secretary.
Did you hear that?
Come on.
Strong.
She definitely had to be strong. Okay, I'm going to turn the spirit box back on and open up another portal. Anybody else want to come through? Tough. Grandmother's tough. Can you tell me your name?
It's true.
It's all true. I know he knows it was me. There's that Herschel voice again.
Yep.
Can the darker, I don't want to say darker, deeper voice talk to me, please, and tell me your name? There's the music guy. Is there anybody that's in our chat room that you want to speak with? Do you have a message for anybody that's here? I will help them get it.
Warm.
I thought it said it's true. Something about, am I over the radio? No, this is not a radio. It's something like it. It might look like one. EMS. Can you give me a name?
Attack.
Can you give me a name?
Feel.
Something literal. That's what it sounded like.
Sharon said she
Career.
just heard his name Tim.
Pen. Green.
Hurt.
Music.
Do you love music?
Serena's daughters have won.
What is it?
Serena's daughter
Mhm.
they won.
Okay.
Dwayne had a best friend named Tim.
He went walking in. New Year's. Now he's safe. They're home with Nana. Well. Lot of misery.
Still with him?
That one said Molly again, something like the other one last time. Then it said in the river.
Control. Respond. Different.
She was sick. Somebody went to school. Mrs. Somebody went to school. Something missed the visitation.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Punch.
Did we talk to you last week and you told us a story about somebody that was in the river? Just shape those words for me. We can understand you better if you can do that. Allison. Allie. Hello. You have a message for somebody?
What'd she say?
Sloan. We all felt that way about something. Do you have a message for Chris? Something he needs to know, something Orville. Or who does he need to speak with? He's listening if you want to tell him.
Sheila Smith said it sounded like it said Heavy D.
Sheila. My name is. What was your name? Just one. And that was foul. Sun so long. Sun so long. Somewhere on this side. Something like that. She said I had put a button down on him, and he said she didn't like my funeral. Well, now you guys are going to have to take this up somewhere else. Elvis. You're there. Did you like Elvis?
I do.
Didn't we all?
Mm.
Support. Fear. Murder on your bridge.
Oh, orphanage.
Friend.
An orphanage. Did you all work at an orphanage, or did you come from an orphanage? Are you still there? I'm back. You gonna tell them about that baby? Did he move? Did you? Love you all.
Walk.
You all love a lot.
Give.
And you give hugs. Well, we sure love you. We love hearing from you all the time, too. You're beautiful, too. You have a message for anybody?
Sheila Smith always was asking, could that be that Wells girl that's missing?
Something. But I know. What do you know, sweetheart? Something to snuggle up with it. Did you snuggle up with your animals? We believe it, yes. Do you have a message for your mommy?
Samantha.
She's with her animals.
Samantha wanted to know if Dwayne asked her to the pool.
Send him hugs. Is there people in there with you? I hear them. Somebody's there, she said. And hers something hugs. Almost like Elise is there. Please. We love you too. Thank you for coming through. We always love to hear from you.
Thanks. Difficult. Late. Flight. Watch. Awake.
Can you give me a name, or is there somebody in your family in the chat room?
Funny.
I just now noticed the time, and I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine.
Find. Stranger. Plan.
Does anybody else want to come through and talk to us before we close this up? You're more than welcome to come through. And I appreciate so much what you've done tonight.
It's been incredible.
Hard. Cold. Hang. Attitude. Measure. Target. Top.
I'm going to ask everybody to stand back and let those come through that has family in the chat room. You know how important that this is.
Action. Student. Library. Watch. Johnson.
Johnson.
Summer.
Whoa. She was
Right.
talking about summer.
Replace. Audience.
Somebody
Go.
was talking about Summer in the chat room?
Yes.
A person named Summer?
Room. Grade. Building. Hospital. Confusion. Job.
Is there a Summer that wants to speak with us through the Ovulus?
Language. Writing. Give. Proposal. Read. Agree. Strong. Hat. Judge.
The judge.
Outside.
Are you
Wedding.
outside? Were you outside of the wedding?
Worried. Important. Work. Nurse.
Were you a nurse?
Doctor. Man. Meal.
Can you give us a name?
Peaceful. Understanding. Girl. Ticket.
Girl.
Yeah.
Ask. Reveal. Demand. Win.
If there's anyone in your family here with us or a close friend,
Taste.
can you give me a sign?
Give. Chance. Run.
I
Here.
definitely believe in this.
Happy. View. Office. Dark.
Yes, we're in the dark office.
Friend. They killed her.
Oh my God.
I'm at a loss. I've never seen anything come through this boldly, this evident. I mean, I already believed. No, it's not an issue of belief. It's an issue of fact. For me, tonight has been, like I said, a mind expansion headache.
You should be here.
Johnson.
I can imagine the energy, but there's a message that they're trying to get through right now. Something to do with Johnson, a library, somebody that's a writing.
I've heard Johnson
Classroom.
a couple of times too.
Determined. Nurse.
Nurse. I've heard nurse 2 or 3 times also.
Summer.
Okay, that's 3 times.
Summer.
Twice.
That's 2 or 3 times I've heard that name.
That's a sign.
Feeling. Ready. Penalty. Knee. Fun.
Can you come through and give me another sign? Can you give me a name? Can you give me anything?
Conflict. Dark.
I've heard conflict a few times as well.
Tower.
Whoa. It just hit me. In the chat room, a guy named Jacob, Summer Wells, we did an episode on her, the little girl that went missing.
Okay, I remember that.
Summer Wells, yeah, it was called The Lost Summer.
I remember seeing something about her that
Tennessee.
Her mom or somebody accidentally killed her or something.
Yeah.
Here.
Are you talking about that Summer Wells?
Departure.
Is she departed the earth?
Power.
Power.
Suspect. Regret. Lung. Care. Club.
I've heard stuff different. I heard it was her mom. I heard it was her grandmother, possibly.
Target.
I heard it was a drug deal gone wrong. You hear everything.
Request.
You remember we saw her on the
water.
Yeah.
She's in water.
Who is in the water? Remember when we saw her in the back seat of the car on the milk jugs?
Yeah.
And her fingers would look like they were turning black.
Blue. Yeah.
Did anybody see that picture of Summer Wells that they come up with in the back seat on the milk jugs and all that? They said she was laying there asleep, and then if you look real close, it looks like she's starting to turn colors.
Tense. Taken. Love you all.
Taken. Love you all.
We love you too.
Object. Smile. Wait. House. Hot. Inspect.
Maybe they didn't inspect the house good enough. Maybe that's what they're talking about. I'm not sure. Gosh, I look awful.
Oh, you're fine.
Evil.
Somebody was evil.
Experience. Opportunity. Wall. Mystery.
This thing's going crazy.
You talking about the ovulus?
Yeah.
I know.
And it's all making some form of sense to one of the 3, if not 4 of.
There's so many messages that's coming through this thing, and I just feel like, for me, I see like.
Laugh. Love my family.
Whoa.
Who is your family? Can you tell me that? Is your family?
Instruction.
Is your family in the chat?
Protect.
Samantha wasn't no
Evidence. Child.
Yes.
I mean,
okay.
It was found there. But
Question.
Killed there.
Demand. Friend. Impact. Think. C. Lock. Front. Stay. Inevitable.
Does anybody else want to come through and talk to us? I know that you've done so much for us tonight. We can't thank you enough.
Protect.
I want you to know
Rest.
that. It said rest.
Yeah.
How sweet.
Okay. This is probably a good time to step in. We need to wrap up, and I need you to stay online
Point.
after
Will
we
do.
close out. There's something that's come up that we need to
Strong.
work with.
Remember.
Gotcha.
Miss
Okay.
you, Granny. White.
Miss you, Penny?
Granny.
Oh, Granny. Miss you, Granny. I
Mom.
see.
Run. Attention. Living. Operation.
I'm going to
Hey.
tell your granny that you miss her, okay?
Angry. Speech. Failure. Exit. Police. Believe.
Believe
Talk.
Police.
and believe. Yeah. Police and believe. Oh.
Jacob says, Mama, if you're there, he loves you.
Stick. Child. Action. Great. Progress.
I'm going to go ahead and put this on pause so that everybody can break, because you never know what's going to come out of it next. Thank
That's
you,
it.
everybody.
Next Thursday night, 9:05 p.m. And of course, don't forget the Halloween special that we've got coming up. Stace and I are going to work out the plans for that. I think it's going to be something that's absolutely wow. I mean, tonight, wow. Tell your friends about it. Have them log on. We're on 2 or 3 different Facebook pages. I'm sure that Stace can share it on hers as well and put the live video as it plays out there on 606 Paranormal's page. And you guys can too. But we are going to wrap it up for this evening. And we've got a few things. And we thank every single one of you for being here tonight, being a part of it. And yeah, there's Lloyd's friend.
Here's the star, guys. She likes to make her appearance.
Yeah. Yeah, you hear him. Don't want no part of that. Yep. But we thank you all. And Stace, if you'll stay on the line after.
I'll be right here, honey.
And thank you so much, dear. And I love you and Lloyd.
Love
both.
you. Thank you, everybody.
Love you.
So there it is. There is reason to hope. All the reason in the world. Stay mysterious. We'll see you again next Thursday at 9 p.m. for the Mountain Mysteries Gatherings. For Stacy and Lloyd and Amanda, I'm Chris. As always, stay mysterious.